The other day, we were talking about winners and losers from college football teams as they have their exodus of early entrance into the NFL draft. And one of the losers I had was USC. But my God, USC, it did not take you long to pull your head back above water by nabbing a major commitment in Domani Jackson, top 5 player in the nation out of Mater Dei, number 1 cornerback in the nation in the class of 2022. And we have to get into it. Guys, if you saw my video earlier today, you'll know we passed 1,000 subscribers. I really can't thank y'all enough for all the support. It has been absolutely insane, and it has really furthered that this is what I want to do, and you guys have been absolutely killing it on these videos with the views, the likes, the comments, and I can't thank y'all enough. So just, if you're here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We'd love to keep this growth going. Comment down below, because I have a question for all of you. I don't want to talk about it, so I'll pin the comment down there. What do you think of this Domani Jackson pickup for USC? Do you think that USC is in the process of rebuilding the program they used to be? Because, man, when we're about to talk about what we're about to talk about, it looks like they could be in the process of returning to a more typical USC that is at least in the vying for New Year's 6 games, for winning the Pac-12 every year, basically playing like USC should play. So the other day we talked about how USC lost an enormous amount of talent to the draft. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they had more early entrants, more guys leaving than any other Division I FBS school out there. That's a massive hit. And that's why I ranked USC in the losers category. But I also, if you go back and watch that video, had a little bit of a caveat. I said, USC fans, this is a double-edged sword, because it means that you're losing a lot of guys. That sucks. That's never a great thing. But it means that you're actually developing people to the point where you're sending exodus, a mass amount of people, early to the NFL draft. That's indicative of a program that's moving in the right direction. So USC fans, it sucks, but it is a measuring stick of something that is very positive that could be coming. Then when I look at how y'all have been in the transfer market, y'all have been killing it getting transfers. I think the biggest name you got, the one that I'm the most excited to see, and it's not just because I'm an Alabama fan, it's not just because I've been covering Alabama football and watching them, but I think that Ishmael Sopsher transferring to USC is going to pay dividends. Now, Sopsher had a rough senior year in high school. I say rough, he was still easily a top 100 guy in the nation, but he really slipped his senior year of high school. He could have been injured, to be honest. I'm not 100% certain. If you know, comment down below, because the guy is uber talented, right? His rankings slipped. He ended up going to Bama, and I thought it was going to be one of the best nabbings of signing day for Alabama because his rankings had slipped, and I didn't think that his play had slipped to that degree. If you get what I'm saying, I still think that he's a baller. Well, he's now at USC, and you add in him when USC just pulled the number 1 player in the nation, Corey Foreman, who is an absolute monster off the defensive front. Corey Foreman is going to be an instant impact guy, almost, if not identically, to how Kayvon Thibodeau was at Oregon. I mean, the USC Trojans have got to be excited about the way they're recruiting, especially when, after they grab the number 1 player in the nation, the next recruiting cycle, they get the number 3 player in the nation. Now, we still have a long ways to go before National Signing Day comes around and before pen hits paper, but the point remains, he's a Cali kid, he's going to Mater Dei, and USC has been recruiting well. They just sent a bunch of guys to the draft. They have a good outlook on guys that are going to be drafted within the next few years. The quarterback position is looking really good. They've been playing decently good football. USC looks to be in an upswing, and a guy like Domani Jackson is only going to help that upswing continue. Because when you get guys this talented, it excites a class. Guys are going to want to come and play with Domani Jackson because of what he offers to that program. Domani Jackson, like I said, number 3 cornerback in the nation, 6'1", 180 pounds, fast guy. 24/7 Sports has him comped to Marshawn Lattimore. You know, that's an incredible comp. We'll see if that's the type of player he is, but I can tell you that he is worth the grade of a 5-star. There's no doubt in my mind. He looks to be a top 10 player in the nation. Now, when you watch Domani Jackson's film, you might be thinking, well, he looks really raw. And you're right. He is very, very raw because he's only been playing cornerback for a few years. So when you're watching this film and he's showing these flashes and you're saying, man, he played that perfectly, temper the expectations that he hasn't been doing this for very long. He's just very recently transitioned to the cornerback position, and he's already showing flashes of incredibly elite cornerback play. Going to Matter Day is only going to continue to make him better. By the end of his senior season, I think he will all but sure up that #1 cornerback in the nation. But this year is absolutely loaded for cornerbacks. They are everywhere, and they are elite. So guys, hop down in the comments, let me know. USC is losing a ton of talent, but they pulled the #1 player in the nation. They pulled a guy who, when he was coming out of high school, Sofser, was at one point the #1 defensive tackle in the nation, 5-star guy who dropped, but was dropped to a 4-star. So he was still one of the best players in the nation. He ends up transferring over, and now you get a commitment from Domani Jackson, #3 player in the nation. You know, USC, you've been disappointing for a while, but this is the building blocks to success, and you're going about it the right way. I would be very excited if I was a USC fan, but I can't wait to hear from y'all. So drop a comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like the video. That's it. See ya.